Good morning, my beautiful friend, or afternoon or evening, whatever time you happen to catch them. Welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Tea with Evelyn, where I help you rediscover your God given beauty and vitality so that you age well with grace, confidence, and purpose. So grab your cup of whatever's in your cup: tea, coffee, smoothie, water. If it's evening, wine, whatever's in your cup, grab it, take a deep breath, and settle in, because today we're going to talk about something really common, especially for us women, and that's being busy. We hear that all the time. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. And so busy that it becomes a way of life. And it's almost like something to brag about. Like, I am so busy. Like it's a medal of honor that we wear. But really, is it serving us? Okay, don't forget, I want to know what is in your cup. So today, in honor of Christmas in July, I have my Christmas cup with Noel. So I have a Noel Christmas tea here that I am sipping on today. So let me know what you're sipping on. And then don't forget to do a selfie with you and your cup on social media and tag me so that you can be in the drawing for one of my Royal Reset gifts. Okay, let's get into it. This is just so common, all the busyness, but really, let's be honest. Is it really serving us? Why are we so busy all the time? Let's think about this. Let's think about some of the things. So culture tells us that productivity equals worth, right? Like you got to do all the things, and that's where you get your value. Or we tie our self-worth into how much we can juggle. Like, oh, look at me, I can do this and that, and all these other things. Or sometimes it's just that FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. We don't want to miss out, or we don't want to be seen as lazy. So, and now here's a hard one. Sometimes it's for avoidance. So maybe we're staying busy because it distracts us from something that we don't want to feel. Maybe there's some emotional turmoil happening in your personal life, and staying busy all the time is a way that you don't have to deal with it. You're just kind of avoiding something. So those are just some reasons that we can keep ourselves so busy. And I don't know, culture just kind of gives us that. I don't even necessarily it's culture, but we just hear it all the time from other people, like how busy they are, how busy they are, how busy. Like even with me trying to, set times, for meetups, and everyone's so busy. But I want us to think about the effects of this chronic busyness. What does it do to us? First of all, let's think about our health. Is it really serving us health wise? Because really, it's going to increase our cortisol levels, which over time is going to affect our weight. It affects our sleep. It affects how our skin is aging. So that's not serving us at all. Chronic stress can weaken our immune system. It can also cause other illnesses, other conditions that we don't want to deal with. So that's one of the things. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is the health condition. Then I think about the mental and emotional state of what happens with us when we are so busy, not taking time out to take care of ourselves. Anxiety can set in. We can even have a little bit of overwhelm in life because we're not giving our bodies time to reset. Um, then all of a sudden we're forgetting things all the time, and it's just not serving us well. And because we have so many things and so many things happening and going on, it's just easy to just be forgetful, like, oh my gosh, I forgot, or we're running late, and or we're just rushing all the time, and then we're not necessarily eating right because we're on the go, so it's so much easier to pick up a convenient fast food item instead of a healthy meal, and just slowing down to enjoy the meal. So, and then it's also hard to just be present because sometimes when we're busy all the time, we're thinking about, we're in wherever we're supposed to be, but our mind's thinking about the next thing, the next thing that we have to do. And then I think about our relationships. Like, are we present? Are we present in our relationships? When we are present, are we irritable because we're tired? Are we like short with people and our friends and our loved ones? And generally, I would say that it probably affects family more than anyone. So, are we really present and taking care of them? And then moments pass. I mean, seriously, time's not going to stop and wait for us to catch up. It doesn't. It just moves. And if you have younger children or younger grandchildren that you want to be present with, it just makes it that much harder because we're just so busy doing all the things. So, how can we combat that? How can we do some reversals? So, the first thing I want you to think about is reframe your worth. Sometimes we just want to be busy because it just makes us we show up differently, or people, or we get we get we get affirmations from people, like we get the recognition. But really, I just want you to know that you are valuable simply by being you, simply because God created you and put you on this planet at this particular time in this era. So that's why you're special. You're here for a purpose. So it's not about how much you're doing, it's about the presence that you have, that you're being available, that you're being open for yourself, for self love, but for others, because we are made for a community. But if we're emptying ourselves all the time and not refilling ourselves, then it doesn't work. We're not being able to be present for people the way we are really meant to be present for people. So I really encourage you to really kind of put some white space on your calendar, whether it's a digital calendar or a paper calendar, or just your mental calendar, just some white space, that you guard it. Like, okay, from this hour to this hour, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to take care of myself. I'm not going to be doing all the things. And just because you have that time free doesn't mean that you are available for everything. Because here's the thing, one of the shortest words ever is the hardest word to say, and that's no. And no is a sentence. It doesn't have to come with explanations, but it's just we have to sometimes say no, because we say no to this, we can say yes to that. Okay, so we can't do it all. And I remember telling a friend several years ago that because I grew up in this time. I remember this commercial when I was a kid. I was this lady, and she was busy, and she's in her business suit, and the whole thing was, what was it? She was saying something like, I can bring home the bacon," meaning that she worked. "I can bring home the bacon fried up in a pan and never let you forget your man." And then it's like some of this era where we can do everything, because we hear that we can do everything. But I remember telling a friend, maybe we can do everything, but we can't do everything at the same time. There's stages in our lives. There's times when we're in school, we're in college and we're starting our careers and we can't necessarily do everything. Then we're raising families and we can't necessarily do everything, but there's different stages that allows different things. So I just kind of think, if we can just kind of scale back a little bit on that busyness, it's going to help our relationships and help us even have time for relationships, help us to build stronger families, and it will help protect our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, so our total well-being. And all of that is going to help us to age well. So take some time for a mini tea break or a coffee break or a smoothie break or your glass of wine, whatever you like, or a quiet walk or from some reading that's going to exercise your brain, your mind, some prayer time, your skincare routine, do all the things. So if this resonated with you, if this episode touched your heart, I'd like to hear from you. Are you guilty of wearing the busy badge? I know I have been. What's one thing you could let go of this week to create more peace, health, and connection? Who do you know that needs to slow down? Maybe you can share this video with someone. And then reply in the comments, send me a message, and let's hold each other accountable to live more with grace, confidence, and purpose. See you next week.